Hey guys, it's Thrifty Thursday and I have got a Coastal Scents haul. I do a Coastal Scents haul every couple of years just when I need to get whole products like butters, oils, soaps, things like that, and when I need to re-up on my brushes, which some of my Holy Grail brushes come from there. So let's dig in. So I don't remember this from the last time that I ordered from Coastal Scents, but apparently they come in this really cute Tiffany teal box. Now this is not a repurchase. I got this pink kabuki, just one. And I only got one because I have a Holy Grail kabuki brush that I got years ago from Victoria's Secret, and unfortunately it's just starting to shed like crazy and it's just time to let it go. So this one's a little smaller. It's probably about half the size, and this is synthetic, I imagine. I don't know, we'll see how it works. I'm really just looking not so much to put powder on the face, but to blend powders together once they are applied to the face. That's all I'm looking for it to do. Hopefully this will work just fine. These are the two brushes that I typically repurchase a ton. They are the VR240 Kabuki on a stick, which is a natural bristle brush. And this one is the Bionic Laptop Buffer, the BR110. Which is a synthetic bristle, but these are very, very soft bristles. They're pretty densely packed, and they are wonderful for applying liquid foundation. I really, really like these for applying liquid foundation. Ends up making it look almost airbrush. Really nice product. So yeah, I like this one. This one I use to apply powder because it's a natural bristle and it picks up the powder really well. I don't like to use it for foundation because it kind of drinks up the foundation since it's a natural bristle, but it might work okay for cream, but that's not how I use it. And the bristles on this one, the flat top, are much softer than this kabuki. It's just what has worked best for me. I'm actually kind of on the lookout for a favorite powder brush, and I usually stick them in one of these Dollar Tree holders that sits in the bathroom. I got a natural bristle angled liner brush. I had a couple from e.l.f. that I purchased when they were 50% off. But anyway, these were on clearance, so I'll put the price up. So I grabbed some of these to try. This is the BRCN10 classic angled liner with the natural bristle. I also got a detail shadow brush. It's a small tapered natural bristle, and it is the BRCN01 classic shadow small natural brush. So this might be good for doing detailed contouring too, or highlighting. Again, because I didn't want to get the Essential Line e.l.f. smudge brush, I went ahead and got this one. Is the BRCSS. And it's just a basic smudge sponge. Feels okay. So I grabbed a couple of these. These were 87 cents. And I also picked up a natural angled brush that's for shadow, not angled like for liner. It's a fluffier angled brush, which will be good for detail or for crease in the eyeshadow, or you could use it for contouring if you wanted to. And this is the BRCN05. This one, which I did not order, looks a lot like the e.l.f. Essential C-shaped shadow brush. It is the BRCN02. I also went ahead and got a replacement for my existing palette, which I actually had to toss back in October because it was cracked and just awful. So I got a couple of these. These are originally $6, I believe, $5.95 on the Coastal Scents website, but they were marked down to $1 for their end of year kind of clearance sale. For $1, definitely worth picking up. Not so much for $6 or $5 or whatever it is, but definitely for $1, I would say. Put a price alert on it. On the website there's a feature that you can put a price alert, and when it drops down to something that you think is reasonable, you'll get an email, and then you'll know that it's time to buy. So definitely worth picking up for that price. I also got some of these 5-gram jars, and it's going to be for mixing products that I want to keep mixed. You know, if I want to have pre-made mixed items. So this was $3 for 25 of these, and this is what size they are. So definitely big enough if you're planning to mix it to make like homemade lipsticks or things like that. If you're a makeup artist, you can take this on site with you when you're at a client, so you can have foundation for them and you can leave it there with them and they can do touch-ups throughout the day, like if you're at a wedding or something like that. The last of the makeup-y items is the Coastal Scents Beginnings Primer. I actually read some reviews of this online where it was compared to Smashbox's Photo Ready or whatever it's called primer. Since I recently got a sample of the Smashbox primer from my good friend That Gal Rebecca in a friend mail, I thought I would do a comparison, maybe like half and half, and see how they wore throughout the day. I got some shea oil, and this has to come to a warmer temperature. I am in the Midwest, and this stuff it's an oil that hardens when it's cool, so you can always, you know, submerge it in a water bath to bring it back to its liquid texture, you know, take out the little bit that you need and let that warm up. But yeah, this is something that's great if you want to make a whipped body butter that's mostly shea or all shea. You can use shea butter and shea oil. It loosens the texture, but you've still got all the benefits of shea. This is slightly more refined because it's fractionated. So anyway, this might be easier to work with in different recipes as well. I basically got it because I like to make a lot of skincare things and hair care items at home, and shea is something that I find very beneficial to my hair and skin, so any other ways I can get it onto myself, I will try. I got this oil, it's baobab oil, and it's got a lot of skin beneficial properties, so I thought I would give that one a try in some of my skin mixes and for my facial regimen, which I'm trying to revamp this year. I got some neem oil, which is a great antifungal oil. It's got a reputation for being pretty stinky, but I'm going to use this for scalp treatments and then rinse it out. So this is meant, for me at least, to be used for hair care. I also picked up some black soap. I make a black soap paste where I combine together black soap and shea butter, but I thought I would give this one a try. It's got coconut oil and it's, you know, just water and black soap essentially. So I would like to give this one a try in comparison to the one that I make and just see if it's worth picking this up for this quantity. Really, black soap goes a super long way. This would last me probably upwards of a year. And the last item that I got was this honey. And all of these are fair trade, by the way. So I got this honey for use in facial masks and hair masks. I'm probably going to use this mainly for facial masks and just see how I like it. If it ends up being good for that, then I'll continue to use it that way for the duration of the year and just see how I like it. It's another one of those things that's well known for being antiseptic, for healing wounds and things like that. And I've got a couple of scratches on my face that are not healing really quickly, so I'm hopeful that this will help. It's also really well known and regarded for helping to retain moisture, so both for hair and skin. I think this would be really good for that, especially since in the winter my skin does not like to retain moisture at all. So I'm gonna give that one a try. This one's a little bit pricier. So that is it for my Coastal Scents order. If you guys know of any raves from that website, please let me know so I can be on the lookout for it for the next time that they have one of these massive site-wide sales. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my Instagram glossary of tags.